You know, a lot of guys are saying this year coming out in the spring with a little more of a chip on your shoulder after the struggles last year. Would you say that's accurate?
I'd say so. You know, we coming out here a lot of energy, and it's more position battle, so a lot more guys coming out with some more fire. So I think the first week went pretty well.
Yeah. Well, how have you felt? Well, from what I saw today, you look pretty darn electric. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, I feel good, healthy, and I'm just ready to get the show on the road.
Speaking of healthy, and I was asking a couple of other guys, how nice is it just to have depth back at all these positions and not have to worry about injuries right now?
Always great. We got at least 8 to 10 deep in each spot, so it's good. Like I said, it makes the competition better and pushes guys go harder at practice.
What's the spring like as opposed to the fall? Is it just more, I know you got a lot of things you want to focus on, but is this just more relaxed, playing free this time of year?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, we come out here try to compete every day because, we got the offense, defense going at it, and right now it's kind of, especially with the guys that have played, just trying to correct the small things that we do wrong and coming out here mentally and trying to prepare.
Yeah, trying to get better. It's funny watching you out there, though, because you're in the yellow jersey, which means you can't be hit, and there's so many times where they blow the play dead, and I'm like, oh, man, he wasn't going to get tackled there. Is that frustrating?
It is, but at the same time, it kind of helps me with the mental part, just making sure I'm going through everything right and just still having to play fast and open field and make people miss.
What do you, if I was to ask you what this team should accomplish between now and the spring game, you mentioned some minor adjustments, but what's the biggest thing you guys are hoping to achieve these next 12 or so practices?
I'm just trying to get better every day. On the offensive side anyway, try to limit the turnovers as much as possible. And the mental bust altogether, we had a few out there today, and just trying to correct something every day just to progress.
Well, last thing, speaking to that point, can you tell with all those freshmen that played last year that now everyone you don't have to teach them as much coming into spring? Guys are getting it a little bit more earlier?
Yeah, I mean, they look a lot more fluent. They're not out there, asking questions and kind of with the big eyes, they know what to do, and they're just going out there playing fast.
Yeah. Well, last year at this time, we're talking about you on defense. Now you've fully made that transition. Do you feel more comfortable there now, running the football?
I definitely feel more comfortable, especially with getting some of the reps I did last year towards the end of the season. It kind of helped me transition into the spring. And now, I was running to the fire last year as far as, learning the playbook, but now, starting from square one in the spring, it just helped me really transition and get the plays down.
And so many injuries at A and B back last year. Now you guys have bodies. What's it like just to have bodies out there at that position?
It's nice. It's very nice. I think, all the guys at A-back and B-back are very talented. We are very talented at that position, very deep, and we communicate, feed off each other. So, he might make a play, I might see that play and get, riled up and make a play the next play. So we definitely feed off each other, and it's just good to have a big group of guys.
And in some, sure, everyone wants to play.
Definitely.
But in some instances, is it nice to have depth because it forces you to compete harder and maybe be better because, hey, if I'm not stepping up, there's 8 other guys here who can take my spot.
It's definitely a mindset of no days off. So it's no half-stepping in practice because that might be the day he has a great practice and takes your position. So it's definitely competition every day.
How's spring different than fall?
Right now, it's pretty much technique. So right now, technique, taking everything slow, working through the fundamentals. Fall, we put everything together over the spring and the camp, and it's time to go.
Yeah. How is spring? I mean, I know you're only a few practices in, but out here in full pads now, how's spring ball felt so far for you guys? You feel like you're coming together early?
I feel like we're coming together early. Just limiting some of the turnovers that we had today. But as far as energy and speed, I think everybody's playing fast and very enthusiastic out there.